social media plugs, and, thank you for taking the time, and we'll send you on your way.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Big Arik Royal. I got my Facebook page, Arik Royal, so you go like that page. Twitter, I'm on Twitter pretty actively, so if you have any questions about wrestling or, about sports, I love basketball, so, shoot me the questions. Normally I'll shoot when my next available or when I'm going to be around or where I'm wrestling again. I'm always posting that stuff on there too. So you got that. I'm on Snapchat. You just type in my name and you can find me on Snapchat. You can find me on Instagram. So I'm pretty much on all the social media outlets, youtube.com/CWF Mid-Atlantic, or you can just YouTube and type in Arik Royal and you'll see some of my stuff pop up, man, my content. So
great. All right, great. I appreciate you taking the time, and good luck in the rest of 2017.
Man, I appreciate that, man. And like I said, man, sorry for calling in so late, but, I appreciate you taking my call.
Not a problem. Thanks for making it. Have a great day.
All right, brother, man. You too.
All right. And now we're going to be joined. Who are we being joined by now?
Hello?
Hello. Yes, hello.
Hi.
Hey, this is Ruby Raze.
This is her.
All right, Ruby Raze. You were ranked number 77 on the Indy Power Rankings Top 100 for 2017 so far. You received, you received one number 4 ranking. Talk about a little bit about what 2017 has been so far for you.
2017 has been quite a year so far. Lots of unexpected things happening and coming my way, and just been able to have a really good time getting out there, seeing new places, doing things that I didn't expect to be doing, going places I never thought I'd be, going to work at promotions that I used to watch before I even got into wrestling, such as IWA Mid-South. Being able to go and wrestle at the Cow Palace and be, one of the first female matches there in God knows how long. Being able to wrestle at the ECW arena, being able to have some really amazing opponents, such as, Amazing Kong, Jazz. Recently, just last weekend, I was in the ring with Sandman. It's just been really ridiculous, like unbelievable ridiculous, and there's really no words to describe how this year's been going. And also being the third member to win the AWS women's tournament here in Southern California. Was the 5th tournament, and the first 3 were won by Candice LeRae.
Nice.
And then so I'm actually the 3rd female ever to win that tournament, and just got a lot of opportunities coming up. Going to be wrestling B-Boy, going to have some intergender, like a lot of intergender stuff going on. I was just the first female to ever enter the Red Carpet Rumble for Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, so I've been getting to do TV. I've been getting to travel. Woo! It's crazy. It's been a crazy year.
Yeah, and it sounds like 2017's given you a lot of opportunity. Briefly, talk about what you expect of the rest of 2017.
For the rest of 2017, like I mentioned, I do have a lot more amazing opportunities coming my way. My calendar's pretty packed down. I got more travel coming up. I will definitely be out in Louisiana for Wildcat Sports a whole lot coming up. I got some travel to places that I can't say yet because it's not announced yet, but going to be some first female matches again, intergender, lots of intergender stuff coming up, especially the match with B-Boy coming up July 7th, and that's for the championship down at Fifth Combat here in San Diego, California. So I'm really looking forward to that, to fighting it out for the, pretty much the flagship title of the promotion against B-Boy, who by far has been someone that's been there for me ever since I've been in wrestling, and someone who I used to watch before I got into wrestling. So it's surreal. I think I'm just going to keep charging forward, and what is it? Just keep swimming, just keep charging forward, and taking no prisoners. At least I don't want to take prisoners. I want to dispatch them, but.
All right. Well, it sounds like God, Gable is a name I haven't heard in wrestling in God knows how long. It's good to see him that he's still working out there in the independents. But anyway, with that being said, sounds like you had a great year. You have an amazing 2017 coming up from here. Now it's time to give away your social media plugs, where everybody can find you and where you're going to be for your wrestling dates, and then we'll send you on your way.
For sure. You can find me under all social media under the name Razor Pops. So if it's a social media, I'm probably on it. It's RAZERPOPS. Coming up, I've got I have a whole bunch of stuff coming up. A real quick highlights, definitely July 7th, Fist Combat. That's going to be a good one. I have here, July 26th, I got a rematch against Taya Valkyrie at Alternative Wrestling Show. That's AWS Promotions out in California.
Cool.
I can't even remember. I don't.
It's all good.
Unless I'm looking at my schedule, I'm not sure where I'm going, but I know those two. So.
All right. Ruby Raze ranks number 77 on the Indy Power Rankings Top 100. Thank you for taking the time to give us a ring, and good luck with the rest of your 2017.
Thank you so much. I look forward to wrestling for it.
Great. Thank you. Take care.
All
right. And now we're being joined by the number 56th ranked wrestler of the Indy Power Rankings Top 100 of the mid-year, Joey Janella. This is Joey Janella.
Yes, sir.
Joey Janella, how are you?
What kind of process
how you doing?
You guys have? What kind of process is that to get on this podcast?
I'm sorry?
I had to type in a password and secret code and.
Hey, so this is kind of how we do things around here. So,
yeah,
well,
I'm just joking.
I'm
just kidding.
All right, that's okay. So, again, like I said in messages, Scott, I haven't talked to you since the JWA and WS days, but that's long behind. Obviously, long behind you now, and you're on to huge things. You're coming up against the likes of Matt Riddle. You faced off against the likes of Zack Sabre Jr. And Colt Cabana and many more in this year, just for this year. Talk about your 2017, and you also had the big spring break event, which went over huge in the wrestling world. Talk about your 2017 so far and how everything's kind of been shaping up for you.
It's pretty crazy. I'm getting a chance to wrestle with some of the best wrestlers in the world today, some of the best wrestlers from the 90s, some of the best wrestlers from the 80s. So getting all the flavors of ice cream, and having good matches. It's not like these guys from the 80s, 90s coming in, you're having some carny bullshit main event on your show. I'm wrestling these guys and having awesome matches with them. Like, sometimes smoke and mirrors for some of these guys. Still, even with those cases, I'm still tearing it down. So, 56, I guess is pretty good for this Indy Power countdown. But by the end of the year, I got to be number one.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of more time. There's plenty of time to creep up to number one over here on the Indy Power Rankings. But yeah, it's I also saw a match you had with Adam Cole not too long ago, and just the highlights from what was captured. You had a great match with the former Ring of Honor World Champion and free agent in the wrestling world, and things like that. They got to make you feel good. You went from being on ESPN from plunging 40 feet to now you're having top quality, like top notch matches with all these talented wrestlers. It's just got to be that much more fulfilling of a feeling.
Yeah, it's good, especially wrestling for 11 years and not getting any views for the last few years. But I was putting on awesome matches in front of nobody, or in front of no cameras, doing craziness. So I was like 16 years old. It's not like I was a horrible wrestler. Maybe like the first couple of years when I first started, but eventually I picked things up. It's just I had a big mouth. I just had a big mouth, and people didn't like me, and I didn't know how to go about my business, not being trained and whatnot. I kind of had to train myself in the business. So it's kind of like it's very rewarding getting this opportunity to wrestle some of the best. You know, I remember when Adam Cole, the first week he started wrestling.
Yeah.
So I was already wrestling. We're about the same age, but I was already wrestling at that point 3 years when Adam Cole first started. So it's kind of weird how things, you know, comes full circle. You know, he was like to say the Leo Rush or the Maxwell Jacob Friedman of his generation. You know, just like a guy trained and then, you know, became a huge star really quick. But he's awesome, dude. He's a cool ass dude, and we tore it up. But
absolutely,
like, I just get a chance. Like my matches in July, like every one of my matches count. Like they're all ridiculous dream matches, or just like this year is going to be ridiculous. And you know, when it's all said and done, I'm sure I'll have a great collection of matches for some kind of DVD.
I'm sure. All right, Joey. Again, I really appreciate you taking the time. Throw out some social media plugs really quick, and we'll send you on your way.
Yeah, I'm just coming back from Toronto right now. You can catch me at Janella Baby on Twitter, Instagram, the bad boy Joey Janella. I've been seeing some weird shit lately, so you can follow me on there, and most likely you'll see some weird shit on my social media accounts. Don't add me on Facebook. Do not bother me in my message inbox asking to make movies about me. Just like, or trying to get me to wrestle you in your backyard or your basement. Not gonna happen.
God.
You're annoying.
Right.
But
well,
that's it. I'm at maximum capacity for Facebook. So find me at the other social media outlets.
Excellent. All right, Joey. Thank you for taking the time out. Best of luck in the rest of your 2017. Congratulations on the ranking. Again, number 56, and we'll hopefully see you a little higher on the rankings there at the end of the year.
Yeah, I'll see you at number 1. See you guys.
All right, see you later.
All right, bye.
All right, that was Joey Janella. Who do we have on the line with us now? Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, who am I being joined with right now?
It was Jeff Cannonball. I'm sorry if I stepped on the Janella interview a little bit.
No, it's only going to be a little. We're only doing a little bit at a time anyway. So, Gotcha. Jeff Cannonball. I know I'm skipping around rankings here, but Jeff Cannonball, he's ranked number 38 on the top 100 so far of the Indy Power Rankings top 100 of 2017. He had one number 1 ranking over the course of the weeklies, and Jeff Cannonball, talk about your 2017 a little bit and what you've been up to.
It's been a pretty great year for me. Most notably, in the weekend I hit the number 1 in the weeklies. I won the second ever On Point Wrestling Survival of the Sickest tournament, defeating Tank, Brad Cash, Matt Tremont, and JD Horror all in one night. Disgustingly brutal night for me, and it was all worth it at the end of the night when I got that trophy. And I think that was kind of like, if there's anything that I could hang my hat on for 2017, that certainly is it as of right now. Had a good showing in tournament depth, didn't get to win that one and all that, but, what can you do? There's always next year, obviously. And then I've just been getting out more and more. I just made my debut this past weekend at Limitless Wrestling. They've been making a lot of noise, so it was awesome to finally get to kind of show up there and go 2-0 in my weekend there. So it's been a good year of firsts and debuts and things like that for me,
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely seems like it. And, so far you've had a lot of good, showings. You've had a lot of debuts elsewhere. What does 2017 bring for Jeff Cannonball from here?
It's just kind of keep working. A lot of it now is almost like kind of a reset now, focusing on moving forward and things like that. I can't just be satisfied with winning Survival of the Sickest or getting the second round of TOD. Next year I want to win more of these tournaments. There's always King of the Death Match, which I wasn't even in this year. So, I'm pushing forward to make a little bit more of a name for myself, try to get in that, and things like that, of that nature. On top of that, I'm getting more matches recently where I'm getting to wrestle guys who aren't necessarily the deathmatch type. I'm trying not to be so pigeonholed as just this deathmatch guy, because while I love doing it, and I will, I'm not going to